All right, we are on chapter 11. It took a long time for Minley to cut all the twine that bound the dragon. For some knots, she had to swim underwater and cut through the waving grasses. As she popped in and out of the water, cutting with her knife, she told the dragon all about her village, the goldfish, and how she had just started her very important journey. "I'm Minley," she said to the dragon. "What's your name?" "Name?" the dragon asked slowly. "I don't think I have a name." "Everyone has a name," Minley said. "When you were born, didn't someone give you a name?" "When I was born?" the dragon asked, thinking really hard. "Yes," Minley said, again thinking that this dragon was very different from any dragon she had ever heard about. "What did they call you when you were born?" The story of the dragon. "When I was born, I remember two voices speaking. 'Master,' one voice said, 'this is magnificent. The dragon is almost alive.' 'Add more water to the inkstone,' another voice said. This voice was near my head. I could feel the warm air of his breath. 'And speak quietly. You will wake the dragon.' 'I am sorry, master,' the first voice said, in a more subdued tone. 'It's only that this painting is most amazing, even for such a skilled artist as you. This dragon painting will bring great honor to the village when we present it to the magistrate.' 'Huh, it's wasted on the magistrate,' the master said under his breath, so softly that only I could hear. 'He is a conceited, self-important man who, when only the imperial family is allowed to use the image of a dragon, commissions one. Now that his son has married the king's daughter, Magistrate Tiger will do anything to flaunt his power and overstretch his authority. But this painting will buy his favor and free the village from his unfair taxes.' 'What, master?' the apprentice said. 'Nothing,' the master said, 'only that I have painted this dragon on the ground, not flying in the sky like all other dragons. Perhaps the magistrate will see how his wealth weighs him down.' 'I doubt the magistrate will understand that meaning, master,' the apprentice said. 'True,' the master said, 'but the dragon will still please him. I will prepare for his visit. The painting is finished. Clean the brushes and take great care with my special inkstone. It is one of a kind, the only inkstone that was able to be made from a rock my master cut from a mountain very far from here. He never told anyone which mountain, so we can never make another one.' 'Yes, master,' the apprentice said, 'but the dragon—' 'Yes?' the master said. 'Is the dragon finished?' the apprentice asked. 'You didn't paint any eyes.' 'As a painting it is finished,' the master said. 'Young apprentice, I still have much to teach you.' And I heard the voices and footsteps fade away. It was a strange feeling. I felt the warm light of the sun running over my skin, but my arms and legs were frozen. I could hear the wind rustling leaves in the trees and birds hopping on the ground, but I saw nothing. Time passed. I only knew because the air grew colder. Soon I heard footsteps coming towards me. Many, many footsteps, so I knew it was a whole procession of people. 'As you requested, your magnificence,' a voice said. I recognize this as the master's. May I present this, which I humbly painted in tribute to the great magistrate's rule? There was a silence, as all gazed, I supposed, at me. Painter Chen, another voice said in great awe. This is indeed a great work. Thank you, magistrate, the master said. I am glad it pleases you. So then, our agreement, it is fulfilled? Yes, said the voice. The village shall be free from taxation for the next year, and I will take the painting. So remember, I'm just a dragon, and I didn't really know what was going on. I knew that I did not want to belong to Magistrate Tiger. His voice had an undertone of cruelty and greed, even while he was expressing his pleasure. I tried to protest, but my lips couldn't utter a sound. Then I rolled up, and all sound and feeling disappeared. I do not know how long I was rolled up. It might have been a day, or a month, or a year, but all I could do was wait. But finally I was unrolled, and I felt a cold gust of air all over me. If I could have, I would have shivered. This painting is a masterpiece, a voice said in surprise. Then it quickly turned oily and flattering, as only fitting for your greatness. Yes, Magistrate Tiger said. Have it hung behind my chair. Yes, Magistrate, the voice said, and then hesitated and said, How strange. What's strange? The magistrate asked. Well, the voice said, there's there's no eyes on the dragon. The painter must have forgotten. No eyes, the magistrate boomed. Painter Chen dared to give me an unfinished painting. I will double the tax on his village for the next 10 years. Magistrate? A third voice said, one that sounded a little bit kinder. It's only a small flaw. If we just dotted in the eyes, the dragon would be finished. Yes, the magistrate said, obviously considering. Bring me a paintbrush and ink. Then I heard the servants shuffling and bringing paintbrush and ink. I felt the magistrate's hot, dry breath on my nose as he came close to me, and I could feel the cold ink touch my eye, and suddenly I could see. I saw the magistrate's fat face leering over me as he reached over and dotted in my other eye. As sight came into both of my eyes, a warm feeling filled me, like drinking hot tea on a cold day. I felt strength come into my arms and hands and legs and feet, and my neck and head stretched for the first time. All the loud yells I had wanted to make now came rushing out of my mouth, and I gave a huge roar that made the magistrate fall over. It has come alive! I heard him gasp, and I heard the servants screaming, Dragon! It's alive! Dragon! Dragon! And I knew this was my chance to free myself from Magistrate Tiger. I jumped from where I was, rushed over everyone, knocking down desks and chairs and columns. I saw the blue sky and green leaves through a window. went toward it, and simply crashed through the wall to get through. As I left, the building was falling down and all the people were yelling, "Dragon!" they screamed. "Dragon!" I knew I had to leave as soon as possible, so I ran fast as I could into the forest and left them far, far away. I have lived in the forest since then. The end. So, the dragon said, I think my name is Dragon because that's what everyone calls me. Dragon, Minley repeated, and she tried not to smile. Well, I guess it's a good enough name. It will be easy for me to remember. The dragon nodded, pleased to have found himself a name. So you were born from a painting, Minley said. That explains why you're so different from the dragons that my father has told me about. Your father knew other dragons? The dragon asked eagerly. I have never seen another dragon. I always thought if I could fly, then I would finally see someone who looked like me. Well, Minley said, I don't think my father ever knew any dragons. He just told stories about them. Most people think dragons are just in stories. You're actually the only dragon I've ever met. Oh, the dragon said sadly, then I'm not even a real dragon. All this time that the dragon was telling his story, Minley had been cutting the twine ropes. At that very moment, Minley cut the last rope and rubbed the dragon's arm. You're the only dragon I've ever met in real life, she said, and you feel real to me. So I think you're a real dragon, or at least real enough. Anyway, if we're going to Never Ending Mountain together, let's at least be real friends. Yes, Dragon agreed, and they both smiled. And that's where we stop for today.